Doubleheader on national TV. Well, not a doubleheader. Both games are at the same time, and you're going to get one of them depending on which region you're in. So I'm going to break down both of them for you. Free plays in both the Mets, Phillies, and the Royals, Padres. Your two national TV games at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight, Saturday on Fox. Coming up free for you right here with analysis right now. Hi, this is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV. And it's a nice baseball card for Saturday, both daytime and nighttime action. I do have 3 strong best bets on my page right now, daytime and nighttime action, and a bonus free play in your late night game on MLB Network between the Nationals and Dodgers. So check that out, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. But we're going to break down the two 7:15 Eastern primetime games, prime time tonight on Saturday in Major League Baseball. We'll start with the National League matchup between the Mets and Phillies. High-profile matchup. I would expect the majority of the country will be getting this one because these are two of the best teams in baseball. And the Mets' current losing streak, 7 straight losses, and they've only fallen 1 game behind the Phillies. That's how good the Mets have been this year. They were 45-24, but now they're 45-31. Phillies are 46-30, and both teams have been decent against winning teams. Phillies 22-19, Mets 23-19. So as you can see, they've both taken advantage and beaten up on weaker teams. But I think we're going to stay away from the side in this one. We're going to look at the total here, and this should be a high-scoring game. It's one of the biggest totals on the board tonight. Over-under is priced at 10, and I think both offenses get back on track. Yes, the Mets are struggling during this 7-game losing streak, and as is often the case, it's been a lack of offense. In fact, they've scored 1 run or less in 3 of their last 4 games. And keep in mind, they had that heartbreaking loss earlier in the week back on Tuesday. They blew the lead against Atlanta, lost 5-4 in extra innings. Base running error by Soto late in that game. I actually gave you the Braves as a free play on Wednesday, the 5-0 shutout right here, a free play video with Sale on the mound. But you also look at who they faced against Atlanta in that 3-game sweep. Schallenbach, Sale, Strider, some pretty good pitchers. I think they're taking it. And then they faced Zach Wheeler last night in the 10-2 loss against the Phillies. So they've scored 1 or less in 3 of the previous 4 before the 2 runs last night. So 2 or less in 4 of their last 5. But they're taking a huge step down in class tonight, in my opinion, against Mick Abel. Now, Mick has pitched pretty well on the surface, 2.2 ERA here in his first 4 big league starts this year as a rookie. But I think it's misleading. You dig into his minor league numbers, he was a very mediocre pitcher. In fact, last year you can say he was a horrible pitcher at the AAA level. He was 3-12, 6.5 ERA, and an atrocious 1.8 WHIP in his 24 starts last season at AAA. This year he did pitch better. He had 10 appearances, 2.2 ERA. That's why he got called up, and he is pitching well still. But I think he's a ticking time bomb, and I look for the Mets offense to get back on track tonight. Phillies should also have success, though, as well offensively. They're in pretty good current form, and I think they'll hit Griffin Canning pretty well. In fact, the current Phillies lineup has a career .333 batting average against Canning, 13 for 39 during their career. Couple ways you could play this. You could obviously look at the team total over 10, but there's an interesting aspect of the team totals here. They're both priced at 4.5 to the over. You do the math. 4.5 plus 4.5 equals 9. So, yes, I like the game to be high scoring, but I think both team totals over 4.5 might even have more value. You got to lay a little extra juice, but once again, do the math. 4.5 and 4.5 equals 9 versus the game total of 10. So I like the team totals over. If you want to take that suspect Mets offense out of the equation, they are slumping. Abel has pitched well so far, and they've never faced him. So maybe just go with the Philly team total over 4.5 if you want to be a little more safe. But I think there'll be some runs in this game. Philly's team total over 4.5 is definitely worth a look, in my opinion, at 7 Eastern. Now, the other regional national TV game at 7 Eastern tonight on Fox is that Royals-Padres game. We're going to talk about that one now. And another situation in which we have a rookie pitcher, Noah Cameron, who's been pitching very well overall this season. So far, Cameron on the year, a 1.91 ERA. That's in 7 starts. Came into the rotation at the end of April, and he's had a 1.9 ERA in his 7 starts. In fact, if you take out the one bad outing against the powerhouse Yankees a couple games ago, in which he gave up 6 runs in just 5 innings, this guy's given up only 3 earned runs in his other 6 starts this year. He's been lights out. ERA of around 1 in the other 6 starts, and the Padres are not familiar with him. So I do think the Royals and Noah Cameron could have a pretty good outing here. The Royals, by the way, are in good current form. 4 straight wins here. Snap that 6-game losing streak. They've now won 4 straight, and as often the case, I mentioned the Mets slumping offensively. Well, when you're winning, the offense is usually pretty good. Royals have scored 6 runs in 3 of those last 4 games, and they've been an underdog as well in 3 of the 4. So they look like a live dog here tonight, plus around $1.35, $1.40. You could also look at them on the run line. But I'm going to look at the total as well, under 7.5, because I think Dylan Cease might have a bounce-back effort here. Been very mediocre this season with a 4.7 ERA for the Padres, but he's coming off one of his worst starts in a while against the powerhouse Dodgers. He shut them down 2 starts ago, 7-inning shutout, but then they got their revenge earlier this week on Monday at LA. He gave up 6 runs, 8 hits, but keep in mind the Dodgers had faced him just 6 days earlier, so I think that was a little misleading. Cease has given up 3 earned runs or less in his other previous 6 starts. I think he bounces back here. So I do like the under 7.5 in this game. And if it's a low-scoring game, that probably gives the Royals a chance. I wouldn't lay the big price with San Diego. Although the Padres might win this game, wouldn't be surprised to see it close. So Royals plus 1.5 run line if you're looking at the side, under 7.5 here if you're looking at the total. And one of the sharper books offshore bookmaker worldwide is now at 7. So we do have a little bit of sharp money on the under here as well. I like the under 7.5 tonight. Shop around. Those are still widely available. That game is your other Fox National TV game at 7:15 Eastern. Hey, there you go. Quick breakdown, a doubleheader for you here in the video. Both games on Fox National TV. You'll get one of them. Might flip back and forth, maybe get both of them if you got the MLB ticket. Let me know how you're approaching these games tonight. Side, total, player props. What other baseball games, plays do you like for Saturday? Include your best bets. Drop them below. And hey, if you have an extra 30 seconds, include some analysis as well. Let's learn and earn and win together here on WagerTalk TV. And if you're liking the free play baseball videos, I will keep them coming all summer long. All I ask is a thumbs up like and a positive comment below. Once again, smash that like button. It takes 2 seconds. It keeps all the content plentiful and free here on WagerTalk TV. Hey, we got an NBA Game 7. Never in doubt. Pacers underdog home win in Game 6 on Thursday. By the way, it cracks me up. A few people are like, Steve, what do you mean never in doubt? They were a 6-point underdog. It was a big upset. Well, when I say never in doubt, I'm usually joking, but, sarcasm sometimes goes over a few people's heads. But, hey, when you have over 20,000 viewers, it's going to happen. Anyway, Game 7 video is locked and loaded right now for Sunday night's matchup between the Pacers and Thunder. So check that out right here on WagerTalk TV. And when you click subscribe and you click the bell, you'll never miss any of these free play videos because you'll get an instant alert. So subscribe and click the bell as well here on WagerTalk TV. And if you like my best bets for Saturday, just gave you some TV opinions, but I've got 3 strong best bets. It's a huge loaded baseball card this Saturday. 3 best bets, as I mentioned earlier, plus that bonus late night game on MLB Network between the Nationals and Dodgers, free on my page with analysis right now. So check it out. 3-game triple header for Saturday, plus the bonus free play. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, and get to my page quicker with shortcut WT.buzz/SM. And while you're there, yes, you can get the 3 best bets for Saturday, but you can also save and win longer term with direct subscriptions. And we do have a 30-day and a 1-year all-access pass. 30 days for the price of 14. It's an instant $100 discount. You see the details on the screen right now. 30 days for just the price of 14 because you're getting a $100 discount. Works out to just over $6 a day. Or if you're ready to take a serious investment approach for the next year, now is the time to get the 1-year all-access for a few reasons. First of all, you get an instant $811 discount and a bonus 25% coupon that you can use every day for the next year for any other picks or cappers you'd like. Plus, this gets it down to just $3 a day, about $1 a play, and it's going to get all of next year's college football and pro football seasons, all of next year's college basketball and NBA seasons, the rest of this year's baseball, next year's baseball for the first few months. This is a great time to get on board and start taking a true investment approach. Build that bankroll for football. And we go on monster runs every year during the summer in Major League Baseball. In fact, the best run I've ever had during my 29-year career was 19 straight baseball winners. And it happened exactly the day after the NBA Finals ended about a decade ago. Last summer was fantastic as well. 35-14, 38-15, 57-28 MLB winning runs last summer. So now is a great time to get on board. And you can save with those packages I've mentioned there. 30-day for the price of 14 or the 1-year all-access for about $1 a play. Hey, no promo codes needed. They're both listed on my homepage right now. They're below the 3 best bets for today, right above the bonus free play in that Dodger National game. Figure out which package works for you. Lock in and start taking a serious investment approach. Treat sports betting as a true investment. I've been doing this since 1996, 29 years as a full-time professional capper. And it's very simple. If I have a play, my clients get it. There's no extra clubs, different levels. Every player gets the exact same games I'm personally using, whether it's the 1 day, the 1 week, the 1 month, or the 1 year package. If I have a game, everybody gets it. And I'm very selective. 1 to 3 best bets on average. We won over 133 units last year. Number one in best bet units won in 2024. And we're looking to do it again here in 2025. Great time to get on board. Check it out. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. And get there quicker. Shortcut WT.buzz/SM. Don't forget to follow me on social media on the way out on X and Instagram. You see it on the bottom of the screen there at Steve Merril. 2 R's, 1 L. At Steve Merril on X and Instagram. And don't forget my Game 7 NBA preview videos locked and loaded right here for Sunday night Pacers Thunder. And stay tuned because there's plenty more free play videos on all other sports coming up next.